I think we're live. With the sound of music.
The hills are alive.
With the sound of music.
I have actually never seen that movie ever. I need to.
Seen it either. My videos. Yeah, live now. Okay.
Okay, it's live on Twitch.
On YouTube it is. I didn't check Twitch yet. So if it's on Twitch, then good. Let me face, let me face, let me face my face.
Why is it not on YouTube?
Let me face, let me face, let me face my face.
Why is it not on YouTube? Why
It's
is
on
it
mine,
not?
so let me see. Let me face, let me face, let me face, let me face. Let me face, 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 let me face. Let me face, let me face.
So it's on. I can see it on Twitch, but it's not on YouTube. Also, I will move this way.
Hold on, I'll
What is the deal?
What is the deal with YouTube? Alright, I got the link.
What's the deal with YouTube?
I'll send you the you the link on Skype so you could just grab it.
All right. Also, I don't know why it's not showing. I don't understand.
Hold on,
What? I do not understand.
I am not understanding what you are speaking about understanding things. Your understandings are not understanding to me.
I do not understand your understandings.
I do not understand your understandings of understandingness. Yeah. Yeah.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Scroll.
All right, it is live in my community tab.
Nice.
It's live on Twitter.
It probably just took a little to get there. Ah, it's live! It's live!
Copy. Do you copy?
Do you copy,
all right.
You son of a boop? You son of a skibbity-boop-bop-boop. Yep.
All right, it is in both Discords, mine and the GG Gaming Podcast.
Okay, so you should be unfrozen now.
Life is like a pineapple patch. It was like, where's the live stream?
Yeah, I was like, it should be soon.
I'm sorry.
It should be very soon.
Very, very soon indeed.
There you go. Now you're
very, very
frozen.
soon indeed.
Very, very soon, yes, my friend. You are very soon.
These. Seems the young spirit has noticed it on Twitter.
Very good, civil son.
Very good. Very good
So
indeed.
we give a few minutes and
yeah,
start by 8.
To watching now. That's us.
By 8:10 we should definitely just go, but we'll just give a few minutes.
Yeah.
But whew, oh, I gotta close this.
More apps.
So that should move me away from your thing.
Let me face.
Kermit? Let me face, let me face my fears. Kermit. My fears, let me face. Face, let me face. My fears.
Fierce, let me face. Hey, Drew.
Yes.
I have a funny joke for you.
Funny joke.
I know this because my friend showed me. Anyway, what do
I like how you laughed in his voice too.
Yeah.
You didn't break character.
Why did Obi-Wan and Anakin get lost?
Oh, I don't remember.
I made this one up.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
They took an R2 detour. Funny joke.
Funny joke. joke, you master. What's up, funny Syrian gamer?
Hey, funny. Funny? What thing we'll
I
call
don't
you
think
back?
I've seen funny before in the chat. So hi. Unless I did and I don't remember. It's been a few weeks.
My throat is kind of sore.
Funny joke.
No, that's a bad Wookiee. It's Wookiee before bedtime, and that's Wookiee. Chewie before bedtime, gargling his Listerine.
You said chewy, and I couldn't help but think of like chewy brownies, like some kind of soft, chewy, chocolatey brownies.
Now I want brownies,
and
man.
I can't eat them, even if I had them in front of me. I can't eat them for like a week until my stomach gets better. My dinner was a little bit of rotisserie chicken and rice, and then like some pasta with no sauce or anything.
Oh,
But I was like, I gotta do that for a week until my stomach is better.
mm-hmm.
Because the stuffed shells I had last night did not settle with my
dear.
aftermath of stomach virus.
Because it was cheese stuffed, right?
Yeah, that's probably why. I had that, brisket, macaroni salad, and another macaroni salad. Wait, your audio just... You there? What happened to your audio?
I am still
there you
here.
go. I don't know why. That was weird.
Here, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Young Spirit's on Twitch. Hey, what's up, Young Spirit?
Hey, dude.
I gotta try to pay attention to the Twitch chat. Because...
I can't chat because I don't have a Twitch account.
Okay. So...
Oh, well.
For anyone on Twitch, it's probably better. The main chat is the one on YouTube. That's the one that Alpha can see. Otherwise, I have both open.
Which I've
in
got
front of
both
me.
up, but yeah. I pay more attention
Wait, you
to
have
to
the
one.
Twitch chat open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, then ixnay on that, because you can see it then. So I guess we'll just start, and if anybody joins in, whatever, if they miss it, they can watch the replay, but we had a technical, difficulties.
Because of me.
Yeah, I was really hoping to get Brandon on here. This way, like the three of us, after like a few weeks, can be on. But that's okay. Everybody was busy for a few weeks, and
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's interested in having me do it by myself. I might just do it anyway. I don't know if like nobody else is available. I don't know. It'd just be like talking to the chat, and it'll be a very, very empty episode. Just be like, hey guys, what did I do this week? But yeah, so I guess we'll just jump into... Oh, I put the last episode on...
Hey, Dan.
I think it was... Hey, what's up, Apocalypso? So, who was the one... Was it No, who was the one who kept talking about Phantasy Star online?
I think it was him.
Apocalypso,
Yeah, I think it was Dan.
I think that was you, right? Oh, just scrolling there somewhere. Nice. Because what I did was I think it was Anchor or something to put your podcast on, and then they put it on other places. So I put that on, and I did a typical pre-recorded version based on our live version. So it has the intro and the outro. And as I mentioned, I played background music from Phantasy Star online. So I think I actually linked it to Apocalypso's response that I mentioned in the comments. So if anybody else has music to put in the background of this episode, chat away. I was thinking of Mischief Makers because I was listening to a little bit of music before. Because the very awesome Nin on Twitter
Nin
did the commission for me. He's been doing those Smash illustrations of Smash characters and taking commissions, and so I had him do Marina Light Years from Mischief Makers, and it came out awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So,
And you commissioned someone else?
oh yes, and then I commissioned him to do Shantae, so that should hopefully be one of the next pieces he does. So, yay!
If I get some money up, I might do Stoutland, because someone was like, "You should commission Stoutland." I was like, "Was it you or was I forget?"
I was thinking it if I didn't say it.
Yeah,
I might have said it.
So I think it was someone in the Discord. I forgot, but yeah, I was like, if I had the money, I would in a heartbeat, and have him like lunging up.
I was
awesome.
listening to the Bumble King podcast, which is the writer for the Sonic comics, Ian Flynn, and one of his friends, I guess, or I'm not sure their connection. I guess they're friends, but I asked them a question of like what their characters would be for Smash and whatnot, and the co-host Kyle, he said Shovel Knight and Shantae, and I was like, yeah. He's like, nice. I don't know really who else, but it has to have Shovel Knight and Shantae, and I was like, yeah.
Good man,
Shantae.
smart man, yeah.
And
I'm serious,
cool
like.
Too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love them both as characters. I have more experience with him because I played his game all the way through, and I've only ever played the first Shantae game, which hopefully will be changing soon because I plan on playing Risky's Revenge very soon for the channel.
Nice.
I just need to sit down and record stuff and learn how to edit and stuff in Adobe Premiere. But Shovel Knight's a great game too, and I hate to see those two fan bases at war because they're both great games.
Are they?
And they're both great characters.
Are they at war?
I mean, of course, it's all objective, but they're both really cool characters and both really unique. I mean, it's I love Shovel Knight just as much as I do Shantae. I feel like she has more personality because obviously he can only show so much with his helmet on, but he's cool. I like him.
also want to make sure that I'm loud enough and not too low, because when I'm listening to the audio in Final Cut Pro, it's like sometimes it varies for me because I'll be far from the mic and then close to the mic, and I can never adjust it correctly. Yeah, it is silly since the developers used to work. I didn't know that they used to work together.
Yeah, a couple of the people from Way Forward left and created their own company in Yacht Club Games.
Apocalypse says he came up with a name for a band he wanted to start this summer. What kind of band? Rock, I hope. Metal. Start some metal bands. So, Alpha, what have you been up to?
A lot.
Few weeks.
Obviously, if you've been paying attention, I have been away from YouTube for a month and a half almost now, and we haven't been doing any podcast stuff. I've just been really busy. My laptop finally came in. It is an Acer Predator, and it is awesome. It's so cool. I've barely had the time to use it because I've been so busy, but I got that. I got Adobe Premiere Pro on here, and so that's my new editing software, and so
Nice.
I'm just trying to learn that. But from what my friend Ethan has showed me, it is awesome. It is so awesome, and I can't wait to do stuff with this. I also got a new phone. Hold on. There we go. That's new phone. And I've been playing a lot of mobile games on there.
Left. Do you want to center yourself a little bit?
This
A little more.
way?
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I got a new phone. Been playing a lot of mobile games on there. Surprisingly, I re-downloaded Pokemon GO.
Ooh.
Haven't really got a whole lot with that because my area is so rural. There's like nothing. There's nothing.
I know that feeling.
But, yeah, I've been able to get some. Like my church is a Pokestop, so I'll stop there and get some Pokeballs and stuff.
So when I moved down to Florida for a few months, I got a lot of Carnivines and Heracross and a couple of Corsola, because those are the three that were down there.
I got a Carnivine the other day.
Oh yeah, Carnivine I think is in your area too.
Cool, which makes sense because Venus flytraps are in North Carolina, so that's cool. I didn't think about that. That might be why.
Heracross is South America, but like the tip of Miami hits it. But for some reason, he's been appearing higher up because I was in Tampa. So I don't know if it changed or if it was always that way, but
They're
I
migrating.
kept running into Heracross.
They're learning.
I don't think the regionals migrate unless they do a swap, like Volbeat and Illumais, for example. Usually pairs or trios, they'll swap.
Okay.
So they just swapped one recently, I think. I don't remember which.
But yeah, I just got it. And actually, what's funny is what really put a fire under me to re-download it was that there's a slack off day coming up June 8th.
Yeah.
I was like, I like slacking, so I got it. So I re-downloaded Go just so I could get some slack.
Those shiny slack offs.
Yes.
And then when you evolve Vigoroth into slacking within a certain time during that event, it'll learn an exclusive move. But I don't think they revealed it yet.
Okay,
I wonder what it could be though.
That is a good question. Because it doesn't have an exclusive move? Maybe it's like Double Edge or something? Maybe.
I really don't know.
I don't know.
Like an idea of what the exclusive moves are like Apocalypse was saying there's some video lag. Not sure.
There usually is some, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Maybe because I'm answering questions that I see based on when they're showing up on YouTube, but then there's like a 20-second delay of when it shows up live, so the answers to my questions are gonna show up lagged. Answers to people's questions, really. But as long as
we're talking about something, and then we're like, oh, hey, someone asked a question. So.
Yeah. So an example of event exclusive moves are like I think Venusaur had Frenzy Plant. Like one of those
all the starters,
exclusive strange moves. I don't remember what the non-starters got though. I think what's his name? What's
his name?
What does Metang evolve into? Metagross.
Metagross.
He had some kind of like meteor-esque move.
Meteor Mash?
Yes, Meteor Mash. He did the mash. He did the Meteor Mash. He did the mash. It was a cosmic smash.
Steel type smash. Hey, that was better than steel type cosmic smash. That's good.
But yeah, we got to leave around 9 today. So why don't we talk about some stuff like let's talk about the fact that a 15-minute Pokemon Direct is coming up.
Yes.
Expectations, hopes.
Yes.
Realities.
Obviously, new Pokemon. Yeah. That's a big thing.
Do they usually reveal the final? Do they usually reveal the starter evolutions this early?
They did around this time with Sun and Moon. I think it was May or June. They revealed Brionne, Dartrix, and
Well, they revealed the second stage, but not the final stage.
Not yet. That was around the month or so before the game came out.
So I wonder if we'll get their first evolutions, and then like before the direct, and then during the little direct, mini direct or whatever you call it, we'll get the final evolutions in the box Pokemon, which are usually legendaries.
True. I want to see the box art legends for sure.
Since it's coming out this year, we're probably gonna see the box art soon. 2.5 weeks.
But I'm hoping there's some fun new mechanic. I don't want it to be broken, but Eric. But I would love to see some new Megas. Mega Stoutland.
Me too.
I'm biased. But
I like the new things that they showed, like they showed the Megas, and then the next gen they showed the Z crystals, but then they avoided the Megas, and I'm wondering if in this next gen they're going to not add any more Megas or Z crystals, which will be a little sad.
Yeah.
Because
which they can't really add Z crystals unless they were like exclusive.
Yeah, you introduce something, you might as well introduce. Keep it up.
That's the biggest gripe I have with these exclusive things. It's just they're one generation, then it's just done. Never touching it again, guys. It's just there's so many Pokemon that could benefit from a Mega Evolution, and we saw that with Kangaskhan, we saw that with Lopunny, Pinsir, Heracross. I mean, Heracross is already good. But there were so many Pokemon. It's just like these were good, or they were lackluster. But let's make them better. I mean, no one thought Beedrill was a threat until it got a Mega, and I love it because Beedrill's one of my favorite bug types.
I'm
surprised
they didn't give us a Mega Butterfree along with it.
I know, dude. I still was just like, why? Bug Psychic, something cool. But I still wish they hadn't given so many Megas to legendaries and already jacked Pokemon like Tyranitar and Garchomp and all those guys, because they really didn't need them. We didn't really need Mega Rayquaza, but I mean, they're still cool. It's just I wish they'd given it to Pokemon like Ledian and Dugong and Dokati and others that actually needed something to boost them up, and because the Lopunnies and the Kangaskhans needed something like that. I mean, Lopunny was just kind of meh, and then it got a Mega, and it was like, oh, this is good.
We never really see regular evolutions of older gen Pokemon anymore. That's something they also stopped.
That is something I wish they would do too, because they haven't really done it since Gen 4. And most of those were awesome, besides Leaky. But you saw Rhyperior, Electivire, and all these other great mons. I like Tangrowth. It made Tangela even better.
Wonderland Pirate, what's up?
Hello.
Armor evolution is something that I've seen talked about.
It leaks and stuff.
Supposedly leaked, which would be an interesting idea. But then it's kind of like, okay, but can you also introduce more Megas and... stop throwing away cool ideas that you come up with. I think the prototype to that was evolutions from previous gens, which was like the Gen 4, and then with Gen 7, was it? Or 6 that they had Sylveon.
Yeah,
7.
6, yeah.
But was...
Yeah, 6, yeah.
Was Sylveon
because that's when they introduced the free type.
Evolution from a previous gen?
Yep.
You think we'll
see it? It was the only evolution from an old Pokemon, yeah.
You think we'll see another Eevee evolution?
I think so. It seems to skip every generation.
Especially a mechanic like Armor Evolution, I can see a Steel type Eevee evolution.
Oh, yeah.
But it would have to be in that case, it would have to be a permanent evolution.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, because Armor Evolution, my thought it would be like a Mega Evolution of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still waiting for a Mega Eevee because it's never going to get a normal evolution.
Yeah. Honestly would love it to have a normal evolution.
Me too.
Just because it's Eevee, and it's like, just take it and make it bigger and fluffier and cuter. I mean, it's already cute, just make it cuter. Like Cinccino and Minccino. So.
Yeah, Eevee would be
exactly. Yeah.
It'd be like a competitive normal type.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there are some. I'm just not thinking of. But
Stoutland, Slacking, Snorlax, Mega Lopunny, Mega Kangaskhan.
Yeah. Well,
I think Stoutland's competitive, but
non-megas though.
Yeah, true. Seriously, that's one type that really doesn't get used that much in competitive play, and it's kind of sad.
I mean, if Eevee had a normal evolution, it would be played a bit more because I think people would be very much interested in Eevee evolution. Yeah. Plus, they can maybe give it some exclusive moves or something.
Mm-hmm. And a really busted ability and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of, I don't know. Would be a nice callback to first gen. What, an Eevee evolution?
Mm-hmm.
How would you even do a normal evolution? Because it's like, how would it evolve normally where it never could have before?
That is true.
Unless there's some kind of evolution specialist in the game that, like, jogs genetic mutations, or I don't know.
You have to give it 2 hearts of affection while holding a silk scarf and feed it a normal gym.
I was thinking, from a realistic standpoint, what's the difference between making your Pokemon happy and Pokemon Ami? Like, if you were in the Pokemon world, like, how would you turn it into Sylveon,
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, oh, I combed its hair, but this one I just fed it. The only
I
thing
tickled this one's chin, I scratched this one's head.
The only thing I could think of is that it would have to have the other requirement of having a fairy type move.
Yep.
That's the only thing I could think of. Like, I paid attention to this one, but it also had a fairy type move.
Mm-hmm.
Which begs the question of, then how can Umbreon or Espeon know a fairy type move? In, like, a realistic Pokemon that doesn't exist. That's the strange thing about introducing, like, video game mechanics. Then you kind of wonder, like, well, if Pokemon was real, how would I evolve Inkay into Malamar? Would I have to hold its Pokeball upside down? But what if it's not in the Pokeball? It's like, Inkay, no!
Punch him! Punch him! I've got you upside down, punch him!
It's like, Inkay is not allowed to battle right side up until I say.
Yeah.
So just
that
like
was always such a weird mechanic, and I remember finding out about it, and I was like, how does this thing evolve? And then I read it, and it showed a picture of a DS, and I was like, what? And I looked at it, I was like, that is weird, but that is cool.
Yeah, as a video game, those mechanics are cool. But when you think about it, and you're like, how would I tell this as a story, like in a manga or a movie or the show? It's like, well, how would it evolve? Especially if they start going heavily with it, which they haven't been, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only Sylveon and Inkay.
Yeah.
Right?
Besides like the great evolutions and items and stuff. But
I mean, things that you can't really replicate in real life.
True.
That's what I mean.
True. So say locations, but I mean traveling.
Yeah. Then in real life, that people would probably have like create essences of sorts to kind of emulate like a mossy area and things like that. So, actually in Pokemon Go, they added in types of lures which evolve, like do that like environmental evolutions. So
that's
finally
cool.
got Glaceon, Leafeon, Magnezone, and Probopass.
Cool.
So they have I don't remember the name of it, if it's grassy lure or mossy lure. Then they have like I forget the names of them, but there's an ice one and a magnet one. So. And I think they also make that type of Pokemon show up more. I think the grass one also makes bug Pokemon show up more, so kind of like that, I guess.
Okay.
I was hoping to have Papagenos talk about the Smash news, but apparently it was confirmed that Sora won't be in Smash.
I looked at that thread, and HMK actually made a good point that what else could he say to that? For those of you that don't know, some dude went up to Shinji Hashimoto and was interviewing about stuff, and he asked him about Sora in Smash and asked, is he a character in Smash? And he said outright no. And obviously that's like, oh man, well that deconfirms him. But HMK makes a good point. What else can you say to not break NDA? I mean,
you can say can't talk about that, but then that's a giveaway.
Yeah, I started saying like, well, wait, why can't you talk about it? Is there
like,
something to talk about?
It's kind of like like if it was Christmas or your birthday, and you say to something, so did you get me that thing for Christmas, that thing for my birthday? And then they're just like, no. You kind of have to watch how you say things. It's not always what you say; it's how you say things.
And apparently, Hejima or whatever his name is, the creator of Bayonetta, said she would not be in Smash.
Oh, how soon before?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they asked him to go to the Smash ballot or
where she literally had yet to be chosen.
It's true. That's possible. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to believe when it comes to Smash speculation, because it seems like every time it's like these are the characters we're going to get Shantae, we're going to get Banjo, we're going to get Bandana Waddle Dee, and we're going to get every character that everyone ever wanted. And then we get Joker, and it's like,
well, I'm still expecting.
What now?
I'm still expecting Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh yeah, Banjo is the one character I'm like, they're coming. I mean, they have to.
I'd be shocked if they're not.
Yeah, and it's like you don't want to think that they're confirmed and they're likely, because then they won't be unlikely, and then it's like
Shantae.
It's just But yeah, I'm trying not to get my hopes up for them. I'm not like super hardcore for Banjo. I am a big supporter of Banjo, obviously, now, because I'm like, okay, they'll make so much sense, and I've hopped on the bandwagon with you guys because Drew and Brandon are both huge fans of Banjo and want them in Smash.
I want to
But
see like a Banjo 3E for Switch.
yeah, that'll be the perfect tie-in. It's just like Banjo 3, and it's like also, ha, Smash logo.
Okay,
It's
so
just-
if the Nintendo Direct happens and it does not start off with Smash, and something Banjo-Kazooie gets announced during the Direct, then I will be expecting Banjo-Kazooie to be revealed at the end of the Direct.
Yep.
Like, you kind of have to keep an eye out for what's confirmed in said Direct to kind of be like, is that the character they're going to announce?
Yeah, and people have made good points. They've already had a Mario Maker Direct. They're going to have a Pokemon Direct. That's like two of their biggest games of the year, especially
Yeah.
Pokemon. And obviously they're going to talk about it some.
We don't know how
But-
long the Direct is, right?
15.
15
Or
minutes?
not Nintendo Direct.
the
but just
Nintendo
Po-
Direct, I mean.
We don't
We
know
don't know
yet. Mm-mm.
It's usually 45 minutes, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Because somebody said an hour, but then I think they mistook it
It was
for...
mistranslation, yeah.
Like when it started or something. I don't know.
Mhm. It's 1 a.m. in Japan. I was like, dang on. That's
It's easier to stay up for 1 a.m. than it is to wake up for like 9 a.m. For me.
that is true.
I'm a night person. So,
Mhm.
but I have them
So I
marked
will
on my
watch it.
calendar to hopefully be able to watch at work.
I won't be able to. Like, that's the thing. That's what sucks about working, man, and being a gamer and a YouTuber. Because it's like I want to react to this, but I also have to make a living. So it's just. So I'll be at work that day, and I will have to avoid any and all spoilers all day, and turn my notifications off on YouTube, and find the link. And what I often do is I'll have my hand over the screen like this, and I'm sitting there like looking and avoiding any eye contact with any of the suggested videos because I'm like, it's literally all spoilers. And so I'm sitting there like this, trying
Videos
to,
on YouTube?
yeah, the day of directs and stuff. I'm
No.
like, you trying to avoid it, and I'm sitting there with my sidebar, and I'm selecting the watch laters and the histories and stuff because usually I'll click the video for the direct, so it'll be in my history, and I'll go back later and watch it then. So I can just go to my history tab instead of having to scroll through YouTube and type in Nintendo Direct, so then it would have all the spoilers for said Direct. So I started doing that. But yeah, I'll be recording my reaction to that Direct and probably the Pokemon Direct, most likely, just in case something crazy like Mega Stoutland does happen. So
A pastor baptized a person in VR chat? Apocalypse?
it
Where
don't
was-
work like that, but okay.
Where was that?
Was that the Drumsy video?
Did the people or whoever else was actually there in front of the person dump water on them? I don't know.
So it was Drumsy. I saw that suggestion. I was like,
Interesting.
okay.
Interesting. So, what else is there? Let's grab it with someone else. What do you think of Google theory that Papagenos brought up?
It's honestly really interesting. And honestly, I would be okay with it if that actually. I'm not a huge fan of Doom Marine, honestly. I just, again, not a huge fan of M-rated characters. The only one I really want is Master Chief, and that's just because I love Chief and I love Halo.
How many
But even if
times
he
are you going
kinda
to say
sticks out like a sore
honestly
thumb.
there, Lax Chris?
Um, but yeah, I would be okay with Ryu Hayabusa and obviously Banjo. And Artorias looks like he would be super dope. He looks really cool. And I wondered why his arm was like hanging down, and I was like,
broken.
yeah, it's like this dude has a broke arm, and he's like slaying people with one hand. That's awesome.
I just want to say that was meant to be no ill will towards Lax Chris. It was just something that I noticed that he says obviously and honestly a lot.
Mention his name. It's like Voldemort. It's like we don't mention that name here.
Though there
mean-
was somebody else who I won't mention who's I feel like starting to go along the lines of quality content as Lax Chris. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean the focus on every little leak. You know.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But I don't want to talk about that. I just was saying that. I was just saying that that was. I still will watch his videos, so here and there. So I don't mean it as any ill will. So nobody has to be like, oh.
I do think I know who you're talking about, but
hates Lexus. Like no.
So we're not trying to instigate anything, but I think it's kind of just kind of not mandatory.
Honest critique.
Well known that Lax Chris is kind of a leak shill. I mean, it just. I used to watch his stuff, and then I was like, man, he literally covers every crap leak on 4chan and 5chan, and it's just, no. I really don't want Google Theory to be true. That'd be a terrible fighter pass for me. It's definitely not what I would want.
Marine would be the only, to me.
Yeah.
Everyone else would be like, I could see that.
Because the thing about Doom Marine is you're literally tearing apart and blowing up demons with this gun. His gun is literally BFG, which is big effing gun. I don't see how you can make that family friendly.
Big fun gun.
It's the big fun gun. It shoots confetti. Pow!
And it makes the
Joker makes sparkles. He makes confetti. There we go.
What's that thing I'm thinking of? Like the thing you press, like the blowhorns at parties. Or no, the things they like unravel.
The party favorite.
Yeah. So every time he shoots the big fun gun, it makes that noise and confetti and sparkles fly out.
That would honestly be. It wouldn't be so true. It would not be true to his character, but that would be funny. Like it'd almost be like Pyrovision in TF2.
The power of ADD, Apocalypso.
Yes.
We're so random.
Which I've never been diagnosed with, but maybe I do. I don't know.
I think I have when I was younger, but it's very apparent from from the way I jump from topic to topic so quickly. My brain is always like.
Dude, I'll be sitting there in thought sometimes, and I'm just like, I just went from this to this. How? So it's just, it's amazing how you connect stuff in your brain from like a video game to a TV show to a food to this to a movie. I was like, sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm like, the human brain is weird, but this is weird. This is cool, but weird.
What we're talking about.
The game is just programmed so that Doomslayer tries to attack Isabel. He instantly loses the match.
Okay, so Doomslayer. Was Doom on Switch?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They ported that now. Doom Eternal's coming. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see that. I mean, Joker wasn't on Switch until Persona 5R, right? Or S.
Which I don't even. Is
Persona
that coming
5S.
to? I think S is coming to Switch. Yeah. Which is almost like Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors, right?
Which I'm still playing Hyrule Warriors. I don't know how many hours I have on there. What I really want to do is stream it, but I don't have the ability to stream it. I don't have anything to connect it to, from the TV to computer, and I don't have a modded Switch, and I always play it in handheld mode, so. If they don't like whoever gets revealed, they can excuse their inclusion if they're fun to play.
Make him worth $6. I mean, just make him a fun character.
I haven't really been completely against a character that's gotten into this point. I had the opposite where I liked a character getting in, but did not like their playstyle, and that's Bayonetta. I can't use her. I tried a bunch of times, and I just can't use her. I can't grasp her playstyle.
And as cool as I think Joker is, that's how I am. I just cannot use the dude. He's got such odd hitboxes. Of course, he's a beast when Arsene comes out, but up in that point, it's just like, I can't hit anything. I got a little tiny dagger. It's just like his back air is amazing, but it has such a specific sweet spot. It's just frustrating to play as him. He's fun and he's cool, but
the best is when you kill two birds with one stone and you get a character you like and they're fun to play as.
That's why I'm hoping Sora and Shantae would ever be if they got added in, especially Sora, because I know Kingdom Hearts fairly well, particularly too. But just the fact that I would actually somewhat know his playstyle already, and I'll be like, oh, they translated this really cool to Smash. So it would be a home field advantage, almost like when Street Fighter characters like Ryu and Ken use their moveset from the actual game, which is cool. And so, of course, like Simon Belmont and Mario and all these guys were. Well, I mean, it's not as straight to paper, like copy paste as Ryu and Ken, but you know what I mean, where you've used these moves with them for years and it's the same button combinations and stuff. But it's cool when you see a character that, like you said, it's like, ooh, I love this character, and then you use them as like, ooh, I love their moveset. So I have a feeling that Banjo will be easy to play if they get in. I just feel like there might be some like collection mechanic, like the jiggies or something.
I don't know,
but I feel like they'll be somewhat simple to play.
I was, I didn't even think of that until I saw somebody. It was like a fan art or some kind of picture of them being like the icon at the bottom of the screen when you're playing, and next to them was the icon for how many golden feathers that they have, and I'm like, how can something like that be implemented?
Yeah, Source Gaming did a video about that. One of the, what's his name, Nintenjex or something, I think that was him, did a video about that, and he talked about the golden feather mechanic idea, and that was really interesting.
How would
really
you
cool.
get more golden feathers? Unless there's something. See, unless there's something with like a taunt, and they like drop, like they have a chance of dropping a feather with a taunt. The only problem is then you can't use it online, unless they allow you to use that taunt online because they know it's a mechanic.
I would say probably there'd be a significant cooldown of like a minute, possibly, or until you die, you get KO'd.
I don't see.
It would encourage you not to just spam them and waste them. It would encourage you to use them well in a combo or recovery. So it would be like, oh, well, if I don't use this properly, I won't have it in case I need it. So I mean, it would be a good way to, assure that players aren't just going to spam this, and if they do, they're going to get punished for it. So it would encourage wise play with this character and their mechanics. So I think that would be interesting.
What if in his final smash was when he used the golden feathers?
I mean, I'm not super familiar with the games. I don't. Is it Mumbo just uses a spell to turn him into like a T-Rex and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but you usually have to give him Mumbo tokens that you find around the world.
Okay.
They're collectible. But I don't think Smash usually puts in like collectibles or like video game collecting things into like the moves, like usually like, oh, they have that move,
Yeah.
So I can see whatever the final smash is, whether it's the Jinjo-nator or a Mumbo transformation or something. Well, if it's a Mumbo transformation, then Banjo would change, but if it's something else like the Jinjo-nator, then I could see Banjo running in, like using the invincibility with the golden feathers and like running in and like hitting the characters either before or after the Jinjo-nator. Actually, that could be a way to initiate the final smash. You could just like activate the invincibility and like run forward, and if he hits them, then they like get flung somewhere, and then who's the character with the Asian character? I mean, who's the person with the Asian characters giving thumbs up? I can't read that. Actually,
Konnichiwa.
I think
those that Chinese. That's Chinese,
yeah,
not Japanese.
That's probably my
Ni hao.
girlfriend.
There we go.
I think it's my girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Probably. Hi.
Is it?
Probably. Devotions? Your family's having devotions?
Oh, cool.
What does that mean?
Bible study time with your family.
Oh. Actually, somebody was telling me today, a coworker was telling me about, like, praying to St. Jude for, like, things that you need help with, I guess. And I don't want to get, like, religious on the podcast. I just thought that was interesting to point out because you mentioned devotions. And I was like, I'll have to look into who St. Jude is. I'm sure you could inform me afterwards. But,
yeah.
What we're talking about, the Google theory, we keep going away from it because we keep talking about stuff. Who else was on there? Was Ryu Hayabusa on there?
Yeah. Ryu, Doomslayer, Artorias, and Banjo-Kazooie.
So awesome. Artorias would be... Dark Souls has awesome music. The music in Dark Souls is so, like, good. That
I haven't really heard much of it, but, I mean, I would assume it's cool. It's got to have some awesome boss music.
Orchestral, almost.
Cool.
I've listened to the soundtrack a bunch of times when I was just like just listening to it while I worked on something. There'd be a lot of like ho 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 stuff like that. Stuff like that.
It's almost like Skyrim would be, sort of.
I haven't played Skyrim, but probably.
Or I just assume by the Dovahkiin, that it would be kind of like that.
I don't even know if they have any words. I guess maybe some of the songs do, but I can't make it out because it sounds like it's a different language. Like, almost like the Sephiroth theme.
Or the Brawl theme.
Yeah, the Brawl theme. Have you seen the official word for it is Mondegreen, but nobody knows what that is. It's like the they play the theme and then they put the words for like what they think is being said or like what they hear.
Oh yeah, like the like what you hear is what you put down in the subtitles. Yeah. Yes, dude, it's good.
This is an old one, but I can't even like think of it off the bat. But if I'm like listening to the song, then I would start singing like the the Mondegreen version. Darn it, I can't think of it. Oh well. You think music is the main reason why you don't think Steve is coming? Minecraft has a soundtrack?
I guess so. I just think it would be like ambient sounds and like nature sounds.
Banjo-Kazooie has amazing music.
Mm-hmm. And I've listened to some because I listened to it for that video I did, and yeah, they got some. I love the glacier one, the ice one.
Oh yeah.
What is it called?
Freezy Peaks.
Freezy Easy Peaks. Yeah.
Easy Peaks.
That one I liked. It sounded really Christmassy, and I like that. So.
Oh yeah.
But the Mumbo one and yeah, the beach one.
Oh man, the music in that game is so good. The beach one, how does that? Oh shoot, I can't even think.
It sounds like the calypso drums, like dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
What is that? Treasure Track Beach or
Treasure Trove Cove.
Treasure Trove Cove. There we go. I knew it was some kind of alliteration and rhyme.
Trove Cove. Well, there's
Spiral Mountains.
Mumbo Mountain. Okay, so Spiral Mountain's your hub. Outside the hub, then the main hub is Gruntilda's lair. Mumbo Mountain, Treasure Trove Cove, Clanker's Cavern, Bubble Gloop Swamp. I'm trying to think of them in order, or somewhat in order. I know there's Gobi Desert and Freezy Easy Peak. Man, I can't remember the one with the. I can't remember the one with the like the ship, the boat ship. I just remember it being really hard. And Clockwork Woods? I don't know. Whatever. But was there anything else you guys want to talk about? I say guys because I'm including the chat. Got like 9 minutes.
Hey, Tamale, we're actually about to wrap up in a minute.
What are tamales?
Some kind of... What is it called?
Rusty Bucket Bay, thank you.
Tamale...
And Click Clock Wood.
I guess it's like a wrapped... Correct me if I'm wrong. It is a wrapped shell of some kind, stuffed with meat or something like that. Man.
Is that a burrito?
Now you got me curious. I gotta look this up. So I'm a foodie. Why don't I know what a tamale is?
Isn't that a burrito or an enchilada?
Yeah, there's like
all the same.
There's like
a nacho,
tostadas, tortillas, tamale definitions.
All right, cool. In a couple of weeks, Apocalypse is free to be a guest commentator. Hopefully.
Sweet. A Mexican dish of seasoned meat wrapped in cornmeal dough and steamed or baked in corn husks. Okay, so it's a corn tortilla stuffed with meat and baked in corn husks.
Corn tortillas?
No, there's flour ones too.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
I prefer flour over corn anyway. Corn are kind of.
Dingus also mentioned coming on the show again, so I was like, yeah. So, but then I asked him today because he mentioned it in the Discord. Oh yeah, we have a new Discord.
Yes, we do.
I'll have to put the link in the description. I couldn't think of the word. Sorry, I'm recovering from being sick. That's why I'm not very energetic.
I'm just blah because I'm
Chili
just
today,
tired.
hot tamale.
Ha The
uh,
puns.
chili's good too. Mm. What do you like?
If you were a girl, Dan, they should call you Rapunzel.
Oh, I got it.
Bad joke. No.
I got it though. Emphasize pun more. Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Pun. I was
Nothing wrong
winking with
guy
the
there,
wrong.
son.
I was winking with the wrong eye. I was like, but I don't know how much we could talk about it because the games aren't out yet. Like Mario Maker 2, I didn't get the first Mario Maker, but or Super Mario Maker rather. I didn't get the first Super Mario Maker, just because I wasn't too. I don't know. I'm not a big Mario player with like the 2D, and just making levels as fun as that sounds. It's just I don't know. There was something that I was just like not so drawn into, but this one seems a lot more not necessarily easy to get into, but things are going to be categorized better, and I can stay away from like troll levels if I want to play something not trolly because I suck at Mario. And the multiplayer and like the new features, they all seem pretty fun, and they also seem to be hinting at a possible new mode because they got the classic ones, and then they added the 3D world, but it's separate from the others. But then there was like a blank space next to it, and people are thinking it's one of two things. It's either like a Game Boy one, or a Super Mario Bros. 2, which I'm thinking it's Super Mario Bros. 2 because they added in a couple things like the lifting up things, and but the main reason is because it's so the way Super Mario Bros. 2 plays is so different than the other versions that I can see it being excluded from the others next to 3D World, just for being like a completely different play style of Mario. You think it's Galaxy? But how would Galaxy be implemented into 2D? That's why I'm
Very
thinking
carefully.
that's why I'm thinking it's Super Mario Bros. 2 because you'll cover, 1, 2, 3, and you don't have to worry about it not fitting in with the playstyle of the first few ones because it fits as a separate one, and it specifically says these, it won't transfer over. And then you'll have classic enemies like Shy Guys and whatever else is in Super Mario Bros. 2, like the mask with the key and Birdo.
I feel like Paper Mario would be too different from normal Mario. The mechanics are way different.
RPG. Can you imagine if it was Super
Yeah.
Mario RPG, and then at the end of the direct they announced Geno? I'd be like,
He'll be
what?
what?
I'd be like, what? No Erdrick? I don't know.
No
I've
Sora?
never played a Paper Mario game, so I have no idea how that plays.
Yeah,
But
it
I
looks
really
cool, and I
think
would like to
that
play it.
Super
But
Mario Bros. 2 would fit best because it's part of the trilogy. Even though it was originally Doki Doki Panic, it is officially part of the series now. Because even in Japan, it's called Super Mario Bros. USA. And their 2 became our Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. So it's still like, I don't know what order it goes in. I think for us it's 1 Lost Levels and 2. So for them maybe it's 1, 2, and USA. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think it is?
Nothing.
So say this will be what we close on. So
Yeah.
you have nothing to say.
You have nothing.
Well then,
You have nothing. What if it's
you have nothing to say for yourselves. No.
No.
If some of you have German, I apologize for this awful accent.
What if it's a Mario Kart or Super Smash?
That would be
Bros.
interesting. That would be interesting.
Or like some kind of sports thing. Because you can play multiplayer online.
To answer David, I feel like if they did 2, Banjo and Erdrick would be it. But because then you get your West and your East character reveals, and it's like, whoa, Banjo, whoa, Erdrick.
Does anybody know if Sakurai is a fan of Dragon Quest?
He probably is. As much of a student as he is of gaming, especially in the East, oh yeah, I'm sure he is. As big as it is in Japan, I'm sure he's a fan.
A Nintendo
But that'd be
All-Star
funny
card
if
would be amazing.
that'd be funny if he was like the one Japanese person who was like, I don't like the game. I want to put Kingdom Hearts in instead. So it was like Erdrick and Sora, and he was just like, well, I like you. Bam.
Yes, but you have to go
Simple
through
and
Disney.
clean. Huh?
Then they have to go through Disney too.
Yeah. I feel like Disney would be easier to work with than Square, though. I don't know. I've seen so many people bring that up, but Disney, as I've said so many times, they put Thanos in Fortnite. They can do Sora and Smash.
Who makes Fortnite?
Huh?
Who makes Fortnite?
Epic Games, which are actually located in Cary, North Carolina. So
I feel like a Marvel character would be easier to put in because even though they're owned by Disney, I think the Marvel Studios themselves are kind of like almost like a separate entity under the Disney umbrella. So they might have a different. They might have a different. Might have different people involved in the licensing, and then all they would have to do at the end of the day is say, "Hey Disney, we're approving this," and then Disney would be like, "Okay, probably," because they would probably assume that the Marvel studio would know better about their own licenses.
Mhm.
And they would probably at the end of the day just say to Disney, this is what we want to approve, and this is why. And Disney would probably be like, yeah, okay. But then when it comes to Disney IPs specifically, Disney is the one that you have to go through, and they're like, nobody uses Disney stuff except for Disney. Nobody.
True. Unless you're Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed and you get Wreck-It Ralph. But besides that...
That was cool.
Yeah. And the only reason he was in was because there was a crossover in Wreck-It Ralph. And if Disney did Disney Plus and all these different, like, exclusive things on the Switch, that could be their... Nintendo be like, well, you know, since we got Disney Plus, could we get Sora and Smash?
Was Wreck-It Ralph only in the Xbox one, or all of them?
I think he was in...
Banjo and Kazooie were in Xbox.
They were
exclusive.
Xbox, and then PC was Heavy and Pyro and Spy.
Okay.
I don't know if he was... I don't know if Ralph was... I think he was in all of them. I'm pretty
maybe
sure.
You're right.
I think...
Could
Because I
also
think...
have been like a sequel, like one of them.
Because I'm like... I
was
think
in
Danica
one.
Patrick was too, for some reason.
Yeah.
But I think that those two were like one of the characters that were in all of them. And I think like the little monkey from Super Monkey Ball, and then they had the version exclusives like Banjo and Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I figured Ralph was in the PlayStation version. We just weren't sure if he was in every version. I think he was though, but again, I didn't play it, so I'm not sure. To answer the thing about Disney and Universal and Nintendo, I don't feel like Nintendo stuff would fit at Disney as well as it does at Universal. I don't know. And I'm a Disney guy. I still don't think Avatar fits in Disney World at all. But I mean, I just don't think Nintendo would
how
fit
long until
in
Disney acquires Universal too?
Very true.
Also,
Honestly.
they have the Marvel characters in Islands of Adventure, and Islands
True.
of Adventures is a Universal park.
That is true. That is also true. They share heroes and stuff. Yeah.
However,
I remember
that was
seeing them there.
before the buyout. So going forward, would they do that? I don't know.
Because it's still, if I'm not mistaken, they still have the Islands of Adventure stuff with the Marvel characters. Yeah. Because it's like a joint share thing. It's weird, but
I do miss Dueling Dragons, which became a
Harry Potter ride, but the Dueling Dragons, the line to get onto that ride was like going through a castle, and like some of the rooms in the castle were frozen, and other rooms were like charred.
Cool.
And it was just so cool. It was like the whole theme was a fire dragon versus an ice dragon, and on the line you're going through the castle that's been basically attacked by both dragons, or because it's next to the two dueling dragons. So it's actually, the way it works is there's two roller coasters that you kind of each go do their own thing, and it looks as if so it's two roller coasters that launch at the same time and end at the same time. So they're like looping through each other's tracks and stuff. And so one is red and the other is blue. And they got rid of that ride or turned it into a different ride. And when I was younger, I had a shirt that I bought that was like a Dueling Dragon shirt. And I was just like, this ride was so cool. It was one of the rides I looked forward to going on every time I went, because just the aesthetic of the burnt and frozen castle. Like, you're going through this room and it's like everything's like blue and like frozen over, and there's icicles hanging, and like things are like the chandelier is kind of like stuck and frozen to a wall, and then another room's like all burnt and like ashes and stuff, and you're just going through this castle and from room to room, and the atmosphere for each room changes. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I'd seen that. Because when I went to Universal Orlando, they already built the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I hadn't really watched the movies until like 2 years after I went there. So I remember riding the Wizarding ride where you go through Hogwarts, and I was just like, well, this is cool. They had like the big animatronic dragon that like breathes fire and stuff. The spider freaked me out. I'm a big arachnophobe, and so the giant 5-foot spider right in front of your face, I was about to like poop my pants.
This?
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I don't know what it's called, but it's the Hogwarts ride, where it's it's actually in the castle, and it's like a simulation ride. You sit back in a little thing, and there's screens and animatronics and stuff. It's cool. Like, if you're a Harry Potter fan, that's really cool. And I got to try butterbeer, which was really good, which was non-alcoholic. It was like cream soda. But it was good.
So does anybody...
And it came with this cool complimentary mug, so that was
nice. Does anybody have any suggestions for music to play for the non-live version? You can always post in the chat. I was thinking, or comment on the videos. I was thinking of Mischief Makers, but if anybody has any suggestions for this one or next episode. But yeah, and I guess that's about it today. There's really nothing too much to talk about. It's like a very catch-up episode.
Yeah, it's just like, what have we been up to?
Yep.
There's nothing else to talk about.
For a week or so, and then E3. Anyway, so I guess that's it. And sorry I sound so tired. I'm getting over being sick.
And I'm sorry I'm so tired, because it's just atrociously hot here in North Carolina right now, and I've been at work all day, and there just hasn't been a lot to talk about because I've been so busy. Yeah. So, good point, Eric. We're all just waiting for E3, man.
It's kind of the podcast is kind of like a hangout and chat about games until E3, which it'll still be the same. Again, I'll post a link to the Discord in the description, because we want you all to join us.
And follow me on my Discord.
Yes.
Which I've linked in my about section on my channel. So
they're probably going to have somewhat of an overlap.
Yeah.
Of fans, which is cool. So yeah. Was there anything else you want to say?
Just we'll try and see you guys next week.
Yeah.
I might be here, I might not. So
Brandon
we'll try and get
told
something
me
together.
Specifically that the next few weeks he's going to be busy. So I was like, okay, no problem. Ryan is recovering from what he was sick with, and
which I texted him this week, and he is in top shape. He's in good.
Nice.
He's in good condition, so he should be on next week if I'm not here. So.
And but I think there's also going to be a time period where he jumps into being a dentist, so his schedule might not allow him to even really be on unless we have like an episode that's delayed to like a weekend or something. Like we'll figure it out, but
So it looks like it's just me and you for the next couple of weeks. But
Okay.
with E3, well, I hope we have a lot to talk about.
Man, I hope so too.
I mean, there's been stuff to talk about like Super Mario Maker, but I just keep thinking about Smash.
I know, right? It's just like I want some Smash characters. Like Mario Maker is cool. I'm not gonna get it. I really don't care that much about it. I want Sword and Shield news. I want to see if Spyro Reignited is going to get ported to the Switch at E3. I want to see if Banjo is going to get added to Smash. I want to see if Sora is going to get added to Smash. That's what's on my mind.
If we get more info for Pokemon, we'll have a lot more to talk about. It's just so like there's nothing to talk about with Pokemon right now that we haven't already said episodes ago.
It's been really dry for Pokemon and Smash these
For
last few
everything.
months. It just dry
I don't
as
know how
dust.
Game Explain does it. They keep on chugging away. It's like, what are you chugging at? There's no information.